Hello there, folks. I'm Dan.
And I'm Cam.
And this is a Candid Conversation. A weekly podcast, short form of our other podcast, where we keep in touch with what's going on in the happenings in our universe. Because what we carried over from Christianity is that everyone needs to know what our truths are, and we want to share that with you. So sit down, listen, and see what's happening in our lives so you can make it part of your life.
So you just started something that actually, can you hear me?
Yeah.
My wire's crackling a little bit. That just kind of triggered the conversation that we're going to go in a different direction than what I was thinking, basically.
Oh, man.
So anyways, so what I was thinking, you said something in there about how, we think everybody needs to know our life and how we look so small in this picture, by the way.
Yeah, because that's what we are, small, insignificant pieces in the universe.
True. What I was thinking about is, okay, so in Christianity, in evangelical Christianity specifically, what are you supposed to be doing most of your day?
Well, the goal was to have your thoughts and actions completely centered and focused upon God. 100% of the time. You're living your life for Him 100%.
As a witness, right?
Yeah, sure.
As a witness for Jesus. Like you're witnessing that God exists or God is in your life so other people can have it, right? So thus the word evangelical. We're evangelizing. Correct? Didn't you always feel that pressure? You're supposed to be telling people about Jesus all the time. And I'm wondering how many of us who deconstruct from evangelical Christianity feel the pressure to tell people about where we are spiritually today. Like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is this from old programming? And it might be, but I feel like in our case, like we just have I do have a strong draw to help others that are in it, which is a form of evangelizing in a way, but I don't go and push it on people. They have to come to me.
I think that's a key difference. It's almost like you're becoming self-aware of what you're doing right now. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Wait 2 weeks. That'll make sense then. I think that's a key difference there is that we put this out and we don't care who listens.
Yeah, we're only talking to those who might hear it, and we want it to help people who need it. Yeah. We're not trying to get people to believe like us. I guess that's a huge difference. You're right. I guess one of my questions is, I'm so drawn to deconstruction and helping people in deconstruction as they're coming out of it. I just want to help people know that they can do this, watch them heal themselves. I'm not healing anybody. I think everybody heals themselves, right? And you just hold space while they do that. Give them a place to do it, a safe place, a non-judgmental place. But sometimes I wonder if I'm doing that because my life is still revolved around spirituality, which it has always been revolved around. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I have other aspects to my life, obviously, but my spirituality it is an overarching thing that is part of my life.
Yeah, I see. I mean,
Are you following what I'm saying?
I think so. You're trying to see if this is just old programming still pushing through.
Yes.
And old tendencies pushing through. I think there's a little bit to that. And we're not going to completely eliminate all old programming in our lives. We're going to have things that we're always going to do just because we're stubborn people. And,
or maybe we're not even aware. It's just I'm aware of this now, and I'm like, is this really a dream that I have to help people in this, or am I just doing what I feel like I was, or what I was programmed to do, is just help people spiritually?
Or are you doing it because you feel like you've misled so many people that you want to make up for it?
Okay, I wasn't a pastor or anything, so I don't think I misled a bunch of people because I really honestly didn't, besides my own children, but mostly. But yeah. And the times we taught Sunday school. Remember that one? Ugh.
I try to forget.
The dirty milk.
I think you can see similarities in there, but there's major key differences that doesn't make it the same. Like we said earlier, you're not trying to get people into a system that you're in. Mm-hmm. You're helping people open their eyes and find their own path. And you don't care what that path is. Mm-hmm. You're just trying to show them, hey, there's more out here. Yeah. There's more to the world. And when you're evangelizing Christianity, it was, hey, everything is this world and this one God and this one Son of the God.
And this is the formula. Yeah. And there's no formula for this. I've even had people ask me, like, isn't there a formula? No, there's no formula. You got to figure out what works for you, period. Yeah. There's just no formula.
You're basically giving everyone a machete and a lamp and saying, all right, this can be fun. It can be hard work, but you're going to find your own path and figure out what fits best for you.
Yes, I would say that's true.
And in evangelicalism, we're trying to get people to fit into what we thought. Again, it's making us comfortable because they believe like us now. I can now hang out with my friends over here because now they believe like me, where before they were atheist or Catholics or Jehovah's Witness or whatever. Now you're evangelical like me. We can hang out more. I don't have
the
this
same belief. Yeah.
secret relationship with you because the church wouldn't look upon it. Now it's, you find your own path. And if our paths cross and we get along with each other, that's great. But we're not trying to convince each other of what we believe. We may share some of our stuff that we found on our journey, and we can use that to interpret into our own beliefs however we want. But I'm not saying you have to believe what I found.
True. I agree. Like, most of the people in our lives don't necessarily believe like us at all.
Yeah.
And we enjoy them. And it doesn't matter if they do or not.
You look on the guests that we've had. We've had atheists. We've had witches. We've had spiritual people of all sorts of woo-woo that they would say. And it's like, that's awesome. We learned a little bit about that. We taken what we took out of it and used that to interpret our own path. We weren't, I guess the thing is we're now, the answer's before us in what we're doing instead of us having the answer currently and trying to give that answer to everyone else.
Now we approach, maybe, are you trying to say like we approach a relationship or an interaction more instead of with what I can give to you because I have this certainty I can hand to you, instead of what can we share together?
Yeah.
I have something to share of my life, of how it works or whatever, but more importantly, approaching like, what can they teach me?
Yeah.
What can I learn, or what can I learn from them more than what can they teach me? Because that puts a burden on them. What can I learn from them?
And honestly, in that, it shows that there's a balance. You're learning from me. I'm learning from you. We're balanced. Yeah. Whereas in evangelicalism was, I'm learning you and you're learning from me, and I'm not going to learn anything from you. I don't need to know that.
Yeah, there's nothing you can tell me that I don't know because I'm certain.
And then we can learn from each other once you align in my beliefs.
Okay. All right. But, and I agree, but what you just said right there, okay, if there's no self-awareness.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Like, if you don't understand, if you are locked in any religion, is there a sense, like, I'm trying to make sure I'm not doing that, where I don't think I think I can and do learn from everybody, even whether they're self-aware or not. They don't need to be self-aware for me to learn from them.
No. It's just going to be tough for them to learn from you. They're going to be out of balance.
There you go. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
You can still maintain a balance in your interaction without them having a balance.
That's a key distinction. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I guess I'm taking it from a relationship that I have with someone who was not self-aware, and now they're becoming more self-aware. And rarely did I learn anything from them other than just observing. And this person was very not self-aware, right? And now they're becoming more self-aware, and I'm learning from them where I wasn't really learning before. And maybe that's on me.
A little bit before, but it was more, instead of a personal nature, you were learning more about psychological tendencies,
maybe
mental health issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So you were taking what they were giving you and then using other resources to interpret, okay, this is what I can learn from it.
Yeah, okay.
You were still learning from them. So you were maintaining that balance of, I'm going to learn from you. Now you were putting stuff out, they just weren't receiving it. So they weren't accepting the balance themselves. But you kept
eventually, you keep doing it maybe gently and in different ways if you feel the desire to do so, because there's no pressure to do this thing. There's no pressure. And that's something I'm trying to help this person understand too, is as you become more, I hate to use the word enlightened, but there is a sense of enlightenment, like you're understanding something for the very first time, right? And if you've been programmed to go share that with the world, sometimes you go share some of the things that I have learned about, like the oneness and stuff like that. You go and share it and people don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, the world's been programmed
not understanding
not to, because how society's been set up is for control purposes. So governments and systems of the sort have wanted to separate. Because now we can be, if you follow us and believe in us, then you're on the right side and everyone on the outside's evil. And then we'll control. So then it puts that good versus evil mentality and everything and separates everything into us. And that's how the world has worked for eons.
Yeah.
We're right. Everyone else is wrong. Fall in line with us.
Creating an us versus them, so that there's an enemy and then or a perpetrator and a victim, an enemy and a good guy, bad guy, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You go back to ancient times. All wars are based on this. Your sheep. Why do you have all them sheep? We need to have more sheep, and you're bad because you're not like us. So we're going to take your sheep from you.
And if we get it, it's our God. Helping us,
and we're going to conquer you and do that.
Is weaker.
So we've had this thing in our society of constantly trying to put ourselves in the hero role, and everyone else is the villain, and then whatever we do is right, and we have to keep pushing out this right and forcing people into our right. So then when you come into oneness, that's 180 degrees from that, because in oneness you're saying, hey, we're all the same. We all could benefit from each other if we can learn how to get along with each other and meet the needs of individuals around us and understand everyone around us and bring us all up to the same level so that we all operate.
Or that seeing ourselves on the same level but meeting each other's physical needs is, I think, what you're saying, right?
If we can because
understanding we're at the core, we're from the same space. The diversity is beautiful. Yes, and I get that. I think people, you're right. And we also are very much in a Midwestern Christian, it's close to the Bible Belt kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like very Bible Belt-ish here.
Yeah. We're the muffin top hanging over the Bible Belt.
that people just want to stay also in this. They don't want to think because it's too hard to think about this stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it goes against, it's easy to sit in the things you've been programmed with your whole life.
Yes. It's easy and you don't have to think very much. And you can just, I just believe it. I don't want to think about it.
Multi-generational programming that's gone on of we're right.
Yes.
So we're going to do this. And you're going to operate in if everyone was like if everyone believed like us, the world would be great. Instead of realizing, realizing that the beauty is in the differences and in the
it is
uniqueness of everyone else. And if we could use all that uniqueness and difference to come together to accomplish greater things in the world as one that would benefit everyone instead of just the people that thought they were right, so much more could get done and everyone could benefit from that instead of this one group of people that think their way is the right way and fall in line or get conquered.
What do you think? Do you think that's ever going to happen? Or do you think that this planet is just where you come to basically experience this type of contrast and it's just and fighting for it? I mean, I don't want to say that we shouldn't fight for it because we should. We have gotten better in some ways, right? But then this other crap keeps popping up. It finds pockets to hide in for a little bit and then it pops up to the surface again.
I think historically speaking, that's kind of a pendulum slide, but the pendulum never goes to complete oneness. It kind of stops short, maybe past the middle, but it does swing way to the other side a lot too, where we're at right now. So it doesn't have a full swing across. There's a block on this side that doesn't let it get there. So I think you're going to see times where people get more enlightened and open to things around them.
And there are more, that's happening more and more. We're part of that too. Yeah. Like there were people that were aware and enlightened before us that, we were dark in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? We didn't understand at all. And then you come to this understanding. And I think part of it is, it's very exciting because it's like, wow, like it changes how you view the world, but it's also people.
And put this in a biblical context. There is a story in the Bible about this. Tower of Babel. People came together. They worked together and were building a great architectural phenomenon. And then God destroyed it.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want you reaching heaven. Like you could reach it. So is it up in the sky? Is that what's the story?
It's an interesting story in and of itself now, don't you think? If people became one and worked together on something in a common purpose and goal that they thought would benefit them all,
we could reach that utopia that we'd like to have.
And then the God came down and said, no. So the lesson you're supposed to learn is this. So in Christianity, one of Judeo-Christian religions, a core tenet in there is don't come together as one with everyone around you.
Because God said no to it. Yeah, you're right. That is true. So this is why they would not want us to do that, because they equate it with that story being about God saying no instead of hey, do you ever think about the possibility that they were actually building something that, and I think in the story, God's like, they could reach heaven. Yeah. Like then nothing's going to be impossible for these people if we don't stop it and scatter them.
And then in that, you'd probably eliminate all the systems and everything there in the world. You wouldn't need government, politics, religion, or anything like that.
It would wipe out a lot of things.
All these people would lose everything. Financial institutions would dissipate. So there would be no need for it. This is, again, we're talking about a utopian society of everyone coming together. Because
there being diversity, but it all being accepted and beautiful and no harming to yourself or one another. Yeah.
It's kind of like pluribus. We haven't got all the way through it yet.
That's interesting. Yeah,
you take away.
Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to play out.
We'll have to talk about that when we finish it. But, I mean, you can see some benefits from, hey, the group needs food, so we're going to produce this much food, and that'll feed the whole group. And we're good there. And you guys are good at doing that, so you can do that. And these people are good at doing this, maintaining the machinery. These people are good at, keeping people healthy. And you work together in a community, and everything gets taken care of. And there's no need for barter or anything like that. Everyone's got housing. Everyone's got food, water, shelter, all of it's provided, and they're getting along.
Yeah.
You don't need Amazon then. You don't need government.
These big
you don't need
dogs ain't gonna like that.
Anything like that. And that's why they're gonna fight tooth and nail against all that. And that's why they're constantly putting fear and separation in us. Fear the other people.
Because they need these hierarchies. They need these systems where you feel like you're separate from somebody else. They need the idea of separation to exist.
Well, if they
and I don't know that if in this...
Keep going.
I don't know if in this planet, like, that ever ends, or if that's part of just being human on this planet. Is separation is part of the deal. Like, that's where we learn it so that we can actually come to the conclusion that we're not separate, in the middle of it. Like, that's kind of an awakening. Or is it something we keep pushing towards, which I think we naturally will push towards, and make it less and less about separation in this world. I think we need to keep that hope in front of us, or we just would be like, it'll never go away. So we're not even going to push back against these people that are running on greed, basically. These systems that are run on greed.
I think there's some to the human condition and the way we operate. Mm-hmm. We're always going to have this mentality. There's always going to be people that think they're doing more than everyone else, so they need more. That their roles are more important, so they need to be compensated greater than everyone else.
Yeah.
There's always going to be people that are narcissistic, that think I'm the one that has all the answers. And though even the group says, go this way, my way is the right way. So I'll put some fear into you and say, well, if you do that, this is going to happen because these people over here are going to be here. And now we got to focus on taking care of these people, and you create these fears or whatever. So you're going to have these constant variables of the human condition coming in, of selfishness and
it boils down to separation. You're going to constantly have this message of you're separate from each other. Mm-hmm. You're separate. You have some over here. You have this guy that's this team and this team. And you have right versus left. You have Christian versus unbeliever. You have, rich versus poor. You have healthy versus unhealthy. You have, all the labels that they try to create, and I guess maybe just understanding that that's the problem is separation, thinking like that type of thinking. And when you think of we're one at the core of us, we are we're cut from the same cloth, all of us. And I like to think of it like a prism. We're reflecting whatever source is in all these different variable ways. Mm-hmm. It's all beautiful. You don't want it to look all one color or be all the same. It's beautiful when you have that variety, and we need to reflect our own unique piece, for it to make up the whole. But I guess at the beginning I was asking if that's what we're still doing in Christianity. But I really think, I guess I was programmed to preach about Jesus. I was programmed to preach a system. I was programmed to shove that system at people because I was certain I had the truth. Now, I guess my natural wiring is to help people. I want people to figure out that they can help themselves. Not me doing the saving or the rescuing, but I'm naturally wired to be empathetic. And I think a lot of us who are deconstructed, we're naturally wired to care for other people. And so, of course, we're going to turn around and say, hey, if you're trying to get out, I'll show you like how I got out. And so you can actually know that it's possible. Right. Mm-hmm. So we're kind of reflecting that. So I guess you've kind of helped me see that it's not necessarily like I'm still operating according to a program that's not part of me, or a part that I don't want, because I do want to help people. And this is one of the biggest ways I can, because it's the experience I've had. Just like people who have been SA'd when they're children, and then they survive it. They turn around a lot of times and help those who are still being SA'd or are coming out of being SA'd. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times in a lot of systems. So we've come out of a toxic religion. There's a lot of people that not everybody has had that type of experience. And we're helping those who are coming out to have a safe place to heal themselves. Yeah. I guess that's fair.
Is that fair? We solved that for you? Outstanding. Excellent. I'm glad to help.
We're here to help.
Dan's Counseling Corner. Said no one ever. Anyways.
No, that's not true.
If you're watching on YouTube, Give us a like, follow, and subscribe. We'd appreciate that greatly. And if you got a moment, leave us a comment on whatever video you're watching. This one, because you're watching this one right now when you hear this. We love hearing comments from you, and we love replying. If you're listening on a traditional podcast streamer, Apple, Spotify, whatever, go up and give us 5 stars. We'd appreciate that greatly. If you got a moment, leave us a comment on there too, because we love hearing comments there. And if you want more about us, go down below in the description. And we got our website on there, danandcan.com. You can get everything we're doing on there. Cam broke out a few things she's doing special on there to give you a quick jump over to that. So you can listen to some of the things she's putting out or some of the things she's doing. One of them is her series on YouTube. Can, you want to go in on that a little bit?
It's devotions for deconstruction. So I'm taking 3 books showing how the mindset is shaped by 2 of them that are very Christian day books, where you read a little passage every day, and just showing the mindset that they shape. And then also the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo, which is a very humanistic, it's very universally spiritual kind of book. And just contrasting what those teach compared to what it teaches, and just kind of how the mindset gets shaped or got shaped the way it is, and how we can, new ways we can shape it, reprogram.
Nice. Excellent. So yeah, go check all that out. It's all good stuff. Eye-opening when you look at it compared to each other. So other than that, it's been a pleasure, folks, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.